Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today I want to talk about something very important, LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and how a lot of the community is not really too happy with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? Mainly the reason, we can all concede that this form right here, his Super Saiyan 2 form, is like stupidly strong, right? Like once you start, like if you're able to activate his extra condition with Super Saiyan Goku and stuff like that, he greatly raises attack for one turn on his 18 key. Like Gohan realistically is probably going to be hitting like 9, 8, 7 million attack stats. Just crazy, crazy numbers, right? So like he is super busted. The issue is that it's really, really hard to get to that point, right? Right now, Gohan's active skill is, it can be activated when HP is 58% or less, either with Android 16 on the team, so you could use that anytime, or it could be used when HP is 58% or less with an Android category ally on the team or enemy that you're fighting starting from the 5th turn of battle. So, you know, it's designed in that you use Cell on the team, because Gohan is a Kamehameha leader, to activate his active skill, right? Which, 5 turns I don't like, HP restriction I don't like, certain allies I don't like. I was, maybe I'm greedy, I want to Gohan, like 3 turns Gohan transforms or something like that. Like, this is the type of character, this type of transformation, like, literally one of the top 3 most iconic moments in Dragon Ball, Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, like, we want to see that. Like, we don't want that to be a struggle to happen, right? I don't know how many people would agree with this, but I would not mind if Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was slightly nerfed, a little bit. So, I don't know. Maybe he goes down to 18% attack, and then maybe this goes down to 50% attack for, like, an Ultra Super or Super Saiyan Goku. Just something like that, and then, like, adjust Gohan's active skill condition. So, like, a lot of people got to talking about it. Now, this has happened before, where players have complained about, a character being released, and something was done about it. This happened for Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks in particular. Now, I was looking very hard for, like the concrete, like, what Gotenks was before and after, but I was having trouble finding it. I did find this post from a couple of years ago where Mobile Man does sort of go into details about the changes to Gotenks' passive. Now, I do remember that originally on, here, let me actually pull up Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, that might help a little bit. But I remember that originally on Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' 12-key super attack, he did actually lower his health. Like, he lost, like, 10% HP or something like that, which they actually changed after they showed it on Twitter, and then, the Japanese player base complained about it, right? Because he was barely, it seemed, better than Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks at the time, and his passive was amended in some way. That's the part I don't remember what his passive was. But, like, where, he has a 150% 12-key multiplier, which I believe was upped. I don't think it originally was that. And they gave him raising attack on his 12-key. Remember, he used to just lower health on his 12-key super attack. So, Gotenks got a good buff, which honestly has made him a very strong card to this day. He's held up very, very well. And I am incredibly excited for his EZA. Because if you balance him a little bit, to where maybe he just has like 60% defense at the start of turn or something like that, he's going to be just ludicrously powerful, which I feel like a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks card should be, right? So, with this knowledge in mind, like, we start to get to talking, like, hey, maybe we should complain then, because it's worked before. So, the homies the Hall kind of kicked it all off, mentioned that the Japanese player base is mad. You can kind of go down through the thread. Talon is like, well, we could just have everyone use some basic Japanese to reply with. Someone said, let's trash Gohan. And I just kind of came in like, I feel like if we don't do it in a disrespectful way, but we're like actually just like, hey, could you please do something about this Gohan or something here? And then Goresh comes in with this tweet, which, as you guys can see, has gained a lot of traction. 366 retweets, 1.1k likes. And Goresh's, this Japanese phrase right here is basically, Gohan's transformation conditions are too strict, so please review, right? So then I have a nice little compilation of how it all goes by the homie Yeetbot over here. So this post we originally were looking at, right? Then Goresh's thing, and then I quote tweeted it originally and said, so when the official Twitter tweets out, my intention was, I thought they were going to tweet out like Gohan, like that. The next tweet was probably going to be them showing like Gohan's super attacks or his stats or something like that, right? And we would then, provide the like translation that Gresh had put there. But, well, what happened was the Dokkan Twitter just tweeted out about this. And this is really awesome. For doing stages, we get 10 stones a day for like the next couple days, which is awesome, right? Look at the comments. Mostly, it's everyone repeating the phrase, right? Like the homie D Free came in, he had a slightly different phrase, which it translates on Google Translate to Gohan-chan can't transform, so do some crying. But then like D Free showed like what his is Gohan-chan's crying because he can't transform, do something about it, right? So very, very similar type phrase. But if you just go through, you can see everyone jumped on like, hey, can you please amend the transformation requirements? There's me, there's my tweet. We can just keep going and going and going. Now, the homie Garesh actually hit me up and said, take a look at this, but the Japanese player base is joining in. Now, I can't completely tell, which accounts here are Japanese and which aren't. But, like, some of these Japanese accounts, like they're saying basically the exact same thing we were. Like, the ones that have, like, Japanese, like, phrases right there and stuff. Like this looks like it's very similar right here. Yeah, so I want you to review. Bam. So, like, everyone jumped in. So, considering that they have amended stuff like this in the past, I would say there's at least I don't know how much of a chance I want to give it, but it is possible that Gohan could be a little bit increased. He could get a little bit better. Really, I don't even really want him to become better as much as, like, I just think, like, making his transformation not a nightmare to get is the best way to go about it, right? Like, right now, I would say, like, Goku Black has one of the hardest transformation requirements. I would say the LR Fusions probably still have the hardest one. Under 50% HP after 6 turns is very difficult. But then, like, Goku Black has a really hard one. I don't like HP requirements for transformations at all. Like, I would just prefer Gohan transformed 4 turns. Even 5 turns, I can deal with it. But, like, don't make it so difficult, right? Here we also have the teasers for the 2 Dokkan events. Did actually come out. Now, I believe these are only on Global Dokkan as of right now. They're not on JP yet. This is not surprising because I imagine the data download for Global and JP, it's not going to be until pretty soon before the banners will drop. I would not actually be surprised if Global got the units first. I remember that happened for transforming Vegeta. So, like, we'll see. When I say got the units first, too, I mean in the data, right? Not the actual, like, the banners are going to come out at the same time on both versions. But the data might go into Global first. We'll see. Hopefully, Gohan will be amended by that time, right? Now, if we head over here, I think there's one other very interesting thing to look at. I've also got, like, the info for Cell. Honestly, I think Cell is fine. There's been a lot of kind of, like, back and forth about Cell's transformation mechanic and stuff like that, but I think it's pretty clear that Cell he transforms when fighting only one enemy from the 3rd turn of battle, which is really good. That's a really good condition. Sure, in some Super Battle Road fights, that might be a little bit difficult, but it's common where you'll go up into a fight against, say, 3 enemies on Super Battle Road, and then, like, by turn 3 or 4, you'll be down to just 1, and you could get the Cell transformation in the final fight. But guess what? Cell is insane in Super Battle Road anyway. Like this form of Cell, 80% attack and defense, then he gets an additional 80% defense, how high your health is, and then he gets crazy key and attack per extra enemies. So Cell's going to be fine no matter what. And then this form, I mean, Cell is just dumb, right? Cell does not need to be adjusted. Totally good with how Cell is. And it seems to me, again, as though he's going to work like Trunks and Zamasu, where, so 3rd turn, Cell can transform, then his next turn, you'll be able to use his ultimate. That's at least what I took away from this. Perhaps, maybe the active skill can be used immediately that turn. Let me take a look at what it says right here again. Here, let me get rid of that. Yeah, I think that Cell's active skill will be able to use either that same turn he transforms or the turn after, like Trunks and Zamasu. So, but either way, he's super, super good. If we head over here, this is another post I kind of wanted to talk about real quick. Someone was giving details about the initial live stream that Team Dokkan and the French data miners had, going over some of the info here, right? Which, again, it has been pointed out that this is all subject to change, but this I thought was very interesting. So, looks like when Team Dokkan and them initially saw the data, Gohan was too insane, so they nerfed him. that's fine. But, like, this is a unit that it's okay if he's too insane. Like, this is, like, looking like the biggest celebration in Dokkan history. It's okay if you release the best character ever in the history of the game right now. It's okay if he's better than LR, Kale, and Caulifla. You guys already dropped Kale and Caulifla. You can make Gohan broken. That's okay. I promise y'all we won't be upset if Gohan... if he came out and he was just like he completely took a dump on Kale and Caulifla, people would not be upset because it's Gohan. It's literally like one of the most iconic moments in the series, whereas a lot of people are upset about Kale and Caulifla, their spot as still the best unit in the game, because they don't have like a relative moment to Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. There is no equivalent moment with Kale and Caulifla to Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. I thought Kefla was very exciting against UI Goku, but the LR Kale and Caulifla card is not Kefla, it's Kale and Caulifla. So they should have made Gohan better, in my opinion. Now, apparently 16 is going to be Int, which is not great, but it's not listed here, but apparently Team Dokkaner also said that 16 has 100% attack and defense. He guards against all attacks like Janemba, and then if there's a Super Saiyan 1 or 2 Gohan on the team, he gives, I think, 3 ki and 50% attack. So Android 16 seems to me like he's the best non-LR, non-Dokkan Fest exclusive, like, in the game now, pretty much. Like on banners. That's just such an insane card. Like, he has 100% defense and guard, and he has 100% attack, and he gives 50% attack to the whole rotation, which only Physical Kid Buu pretty much does. Like, you gotta understand, it's absolutely ludicrous. It's mind-bogglingly nuts. So, we're gonna see what happens, right? Also, there's some other details here, like the LR Super Saiyan 4s were amended. Apparently the banners are very good. Team Dokkaner is gonna go in. Dokkaner knows the banners, but won't say because Spoilin is going to sing Akatsuki hates him most. So, let me know what you guys think of Gohan. Hopefully he does get amended. We will see. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.